Ptilopsis. It has been almost 2 years since Watch Mojo butchered her name, and the Arknights community and myself will never forget that this grave sin has been committed.
Ptilopsis.
So, I will do her justice and make an operator spotlight about our favorite owl, especially for those of you who are new to the game. Some say that Ptilopsis is a 6-star medic disguised in a 5-star skin because of how good her kit is. That is true because her talent is beneficial in almost any situation, and her skill too can easily be described as overkill, which I will get to later. Ptilopsis is an AoE medic, meaning she heals up to 3 allies simultaneously. Currently, there are only 4 AoE medics in the game, so I'm hoping I get to see more in the future. Her range is 3x4, but she's placed towards the middle to suit her role as an AoE healer. Her base attack is lower compared to single target medics of the same rarity, like Warfarin, Falanic, or Whisperrain. Ptilopsis' talent is one of the most powerful talents in the game. At Elite 2, her talent increases SP recovery rate by 0.3 SP per second to all allies, but only applies to SP that generates over time. This will allow you to proc your operator skill early, or in some cases, you can spam them. Here's a comparison with Blaze. Blaze is using skill 2 at mastery level 2 and Ptilopsis at Elite 2 level 31. As you can see, the difference between not using skill aura and with skill aura is about 10 seconds. And that 10 seconds is quite long, especially in a very fast-paced and tight stage. In terms of being a battery operator, Warfarin's talent can also achieve similar results. The only difference is that her talent restores 2 SP when an operator in range kills an enemy. Depending on the stage, the result can vary. I tested both medics in SK3, where the enemies are coming in at a relatively constant rate. With Warfarin's at Elite 2 level 20, it took Blaze about 29 seconds to activate her skill. The difference is minute, but some people prefer one or the other. There is also Liskarm, where she restores 1 SP for every hit she receives, and it took about 18 seconds for Blaze to proc her skill. If you have to choose which operator to bring as a battery, it depends on your situation. If you want to buff a specific operator in a stage, then Liskarm or Warfarin might be better for this task, whereas Ptilopsis' talent affects all operators and therefore improves the overall performance of your squad. Next is her skills. But before we get there, I want you to give this video a like so that it can spread to more people, especially those who need it. Ptilopsis' first skill is just a basic attack buff. It's pretty self-explanatory and I'm not gonna talk about it here. Her second skill, however, is what makes her the best AoE medic in my opinion. This skill reduces her attack interval by 2.1 seconds, lasting for 40 seconds at Mastery 3. For reference, her base interval is at 2.85 seconds, and it stays the same no matter what level she is. So with skill 2 activated, her attack interval is reduced to just 0.75 seconds. It's one of the fastest attack interval in the game, and it's equivalent to spamming the healing button for 40 seconds. Anyone under this skill could survive hard-hitting enemies 99% of the time. And on top of that, her range is also increased by an additional 3 tiles in front of her. Next, let's talk about her module. At the time of recording, Ptilopsis module is not yet available for global, but when it does available, this is what it does. Her module increases her range by just 1 tile. Just 1. Considering the requirement you have to do to get this module, I don't think it's worth the trouble. Unless you are planning to use her in a specific way that allows this extra tile to be integrated in your strategy, most likely this situation is rare to come by. So this module is not really worth getting unless you're a completionist. In my experience, Ptilopsis feels like a major upgrade. As to whether or not should you get and invest in her, my answer is yes to both. Coincidentally, the next standard banner has Ptilopsis in it, so might as well try your luck. Her talent is usable in virtually all stages because you want your operator skill to be ready when you need them and save you from having a panic in the middle of the game. Her skill 2 is amazing, and at Mastery 3 it's overkill. Her module is nothing spectacular, and I would rather they add one tile on each side of her so it expands sideways and allow more healing potential. But hey, I'm just a player, I'm not a developer. And that is all I have to say about our beloved Burb. I want to know your take on Ptilopsis, so feel free to leave a comment or two. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. And enjoy CC6, don't lose your sanity.